Liverpool as a city regenerated itself from capital culture onwards, a regeneration of the waterfront. There's £1 billion now being spent in this part of the city, the Knowledge Quarter, in these fantastic new science buildings and accelerators and incubators and university buildings. But there's always been it's a creative city, so there's sort of like an undercurrent of creativity. You could see that in what's happened with Baltic Creative in the Baltic Triangle, all those digital and tech startups and SMEs. And I think that's now moving to an area of the Knowledge Quarter of the city called Islington. And it's quite exciting because it's not created by planners, it's not designed by developers, it's organic.
We're about a 5-minute walk from Lime Street, the main station. We are in an area that's underdeveloped and a little bit raw at the moment, and there's a great group of people around here who are looking to change the area into something that will become independent, bohemian, and attract young businesses to the area. Okay, so the building's made up, it used to be 4 buildings, one of which is now gone, which used to be a church, and that's where our outdoor space is. There's also, the building we're in now is Kempson Street. This used to be the tannery, but it's linked to the building behind us, which is where our workspace is, co-working space. And then we've also got the front part, which is Gildart Street, that's going to be brought into use as a venue, an exhibition space, along with some artist studios.
You know, your day in terms of when you went to the gym, when you worked, when you went out, your whole social life and work is one thing. That's always been the case, but it's been very difficult to find the places to live where you can work in a city centre environment. And now with what's going on in Islington, we've got that. You know, it's the old fabric district. The buildings have got this really rich history, but are very cool, and you'd quite happily, you know, wake up there in the morning, go and get your life sorted, sit down and do your work, and then go out in the evening, and it's all your social life and your work become one.
This is what's happening generally, I think, to the way we live and work. Work becomes more and more part of where you live. We're turning everything around, and what actually happens is you're creating a family. So that business looks after that family. And that family then rewards that business by working harder, staying longer. So the whole idea of going to work is slowly disappearing, which then brings the question, what are offices going to become like? They're going to be more like home, you know? So this sort of thing is really important, and I think we are probably a long way behind that in terms of America. But I think we're starting to understand that being cool and have a nice vibe isn't everything. You've got to get into it much deeper. So that's how it's changing. It's really interesting.